It seems a bit like deja vu, but cycles keep popping up into our discussions. This is not an anomaly, after all. What are trends but repeating cycles of momentum and volatility? We're surrounded by cycles in many forms. For instance, marketing, software development, businesses, and even operational and human action environments follow repeating cycles. The assignment is to analyze cycles and identify repetitive patterns to distinguish areas for enhancement. By examining price with appropriate tools, we're able to find those cycles and confidently find points where the best cycles are identified and profited from. This week, we're profiling yet another genius idea from John Ehlers called the Decycler Oscillator, where the original concept stems from his book, Cycle Analytics for Traders, which came out in 2013. The indicator we're using is from 2017, and there are a few versions available. We're using the color change version because we haven't done one of those in a while, and frankly, the signals are pretty easy to identify. With the default settings, there is an extra gray line that we don't need. Get rid of it and change the color so it works for you. For us, we tend to go with blue and red or some variation thereof. The signals are simple. When the signal line turns blue, that's a signal to go long, and when it turns red, it's a signal to go short. Be sure to stick around after the analysis. We have an announcement which we feel is worth mentioning. This week, we're going back to basics and checking this indicator out against the euro against the US dollar. Let's see how this plays out. Alrighty, we'll pick it up here as price is trending down, so we'll wait for a fresh long signal. Now that we've got that long signal, let's see how it goes. Alright, that was a decent run. There was one small area where you would have had a losing short trade if you were just testing this out by itself, but with a full algorithm in place, you'd have stayed in that trade until the current short signal. There was a slight upward move before the real short trend kicked in, and it was a good one. Smooth and prolonged, plenty of profit there. Price reversed midpoint, which may have provided for a continuation trade if your exit kicked in, but in any event, this would have fattened your wallet. There was a long sideways market with an overall slight upward momentum as price was decidedly undecided before it finally popped to the upside. Those last couple of weeks would have provided you with something to write home about. Now the short. Yeah, no. That would have been a loser any way you sliced it. At this point, you'd have been on the sidelines for this pair until something happened, at least with this indicator. Given that this is definitely a C1 indicator using the default settings, trends in the market will encompass the larger picture, which is why we always try to see how it will do when tweaked. Those data points and metrics can be found at the Stonehill Forex website in the blog. This indicator is in the online library for no charge. We encourage you to download it and give it a whirl to see if you can unlock its potential. We've included a link directly to that page in this video's description. If asked whether we can provide financial advice, we'll be met with us heading out to the highway and not looking back. We don't provide it, and you really don't need it. With so much free content on the website, we're positive you'll be able to find something that can help you. Pop on over and take a gander at what we've got to offer. We're pretty sure you'll find something helpful. And be sure to check out the advanced course where many people have made their way, even as professional traders. And now for the announcement. When we came out with our first homegrown indicator, many of you asked if it was available for Tradingview and MT5. There were a lot of moving parts to get things set up, but we're pleased to announce that the Crossroads indicator for Tradingview can be found on their website as a downloadable indicator. The link is in the video's description. As for the MT5 version, it too can now be downloaded from our online library and from the MLQ5 marketplace, where we are approved sellers. That link is also in the video's description. What does that mean going forward? It means that any new indicators that we develop will now be available in more than one place and for multiple platforms. Be sure you're subscribed to our channel and make sure you email a request to become part of our broadcast list. Our only goal is to make you a better trader.